So let's talk about a crypto payment solution that has hit a monthly volume of $1 million in just 8 months of operation. I'm Ankur, the CEO and co-founder at Zoksh. There are over 400 million crypto holders in the world. 75% of them actually want to use it for crypto payments. Deloitte found out in a survey that 85% of the businesses have put crypto payments adoption on a high priority. Then what's really standing in the way of mass adoption of crypto payments? It's just the complexity of it. Multiple architectures across blockchains make it extremely expensive and time-consuming for businesses to integrate. The blockchain tech, being in its early days, is evolving very fast, and the merchants do not really have access to fiat ramps. So with Zoksh, we have implemented a suite that allows businesses to integrate crypto payments in as little as 15 minutes at zero cost and start accepting payments across all major chains on day one. We keep up with the tech, and the merchants can focus on their business. Additionally, we have integrated multiple ramps that allow our merchants to accept fiat payments, and we give them the best available coverage across payment methods and currencies. So the checkout with Zoksh works very similar to any other traditional checkout workflow. So you just add the products to cart, you select the currency, you approve the transaction, and the merchant is ready to process your order. It's really that simple and straightforward. So we have been building partnerships with multiple channel partners for customer acquisition. We have a huge developer focus. We have been supporting builders on Zoksh. We recently sponsored a developer track in the Consensus 2023 hackathon, and we got an overwhelming response from the developers over there. Compared to our competitors, we have the lowest fees in the industry. We are completely non-custodial, and we already support 17 blockchains. We make money by charging a transaction fee on every transaction processed through us. Additionally, we get a commission from all the ramp partners whenever they are used by the customers of our merchants. We have built partnerships with some of the industry leaders. We are backed by a wonderful group of investors, and that has helped us acquire a very diverse group of merchants across business verticals and geographies in the last 8 months. We have over 1,000 registered merchants now. We are processing $1 million a month, and we have been constantly growing from the day we went live. So our founding team has a combined experience of over 50 years in business and tech. We have known each other for over a decade, and we have worked on multiple projects together in the past. So at Zoksh, we are on a mission to make cryptocurrency adoption frictionless. Thank you. Any questions, please?
Could you tell me a little bit about how much time it takes to actually onboard a merchant, and how did you go about getting those 1,000 merchants? How do you intend to make that 100,000?
Sure. All 1,000 merchants are not actually on production. They are on our sandbox, and most of them are currently exploring. So we are like close to 100 merchants who are actually in production processing transactions at the moment. And the average transaction size is like $200 that they process at the moment. And the onboarding process is fairly simple. Actually, anybody can come sign up on our sandbox and start with the integration. We give them access to the testnets of all 17 blockchains that we currently support. They can do the complete end-to-end integration, do all of their testing, and when they are comfortable and ready, that is when we make them do a KYB, depending on the geography that they are in. And then we move them onto the production environment where they get access to the mainnets of all the chains that we support. Sorry? So actually, the customer acquisition that we are doing currently is mainly through institutional channels. Actually, we do have a sales team that focuses on direct sales, but our major focus is on building partnerships with channel partners. So we're tying up with a ton of tech consulting agencies, marketing agencies that serve our core audience. And we have a referral program where any business that they bring to us, they get like a percentage of all the transactions processed by one of their referrals to us. So we are getting a wonderful response from there. Secondly, we are focusing on the developers. We want them to build on Zoksh. For example, the Consensus Hackathon that I just mentioned, one of the developers there actually built a WhatsApp bot that has been absorbed into our core product now. It's being offered to all of our customers. So for any business that does not have like a very elaborate e-commerce, who have to do one-off transactions, like let's say 5 a day, they can just interact with the bot, ask the bot for $100 or $1,000 link. They get it over WhatsApp, forward it over WhatsApp, and they get a confirmation over WhatsApp. So the entire payment flow works within that. That came out of that hackathon. A bunch of other developers built like a very basic POS solution as an Android app. Another team actually built an SDK. So with such partnerships, we are kind of bringing the businesses in bunches rather than focusing on one-off businesses, actually.
I like the idea. So, as we answered, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, great pitch. Yeah, so just to understand, who are your on and off-ramp partners, and how can you do that for 1%? Seems to be lower than I would have thought, yeah.
Right. So actually, the 1% is our fees. The on-ramps charge their own fees. This is what we charge the merchants. The on-ramps charge the customers directly if they choose to pay through the on-ramps, actually. So that is on top of the fees. Our on-ramp partners... sorry.
Okay, that clarifies it. The second question, what prevents existing payment gateways to just integrate with these on and off-ramp partners? How do you build a moat over time with your product?
Right. So it's not just the on-ramps and off-ramps, actually. Crypto payments is our major driver, actually. That's our IP. We hold patents of the payment rails that we have written. So we have built a system that is completely decentralized, actually. All of the payment rails, the settlement systems, they are written in form of smart contracts. And at no point does Zoksh touch any of the money that is flowing through our channels, actually. The customer pays the contracts, and the contracts settle to the merchants directly, actually. And they have full control over all of those payment channels. And for any traditional payment gateway to actually build this, it will be a bit of a... like we do have a head start there, and amongst the 17 chains that we support, we have already integrated 5 architectures. So we have the EVM architecture, the Solana architecture, Bitcoin architecture, the Tron architecture, and the Near architecture. And we're also looking at integrating the Substrate architecture next, and then we'll be integrating Cosmos. So any of the chains that come on board, and the way we have built stuff is we implement everything at the core protocol level. So any wallet that hasn't even been implemented yet, as long as they follow the standards, it's already supported in Zoksh. So our merchants get that kind of a coverage and access to the user base. Yeah? All right. Thank you so much.
The winner, based on the scores that we received from our juries and judges, is Zoksh. Congratulations to Team Zoksh.